Hi guys, I'm Miriam Cutelis. Today is Sunday, March 15th. I hope you're ready for our reading. A couple of messages before I start. I do want to encourage you to do your own readings. Anyone can do this. Um, all you're doing is connecting with your higher self, which is the wiser version of yourself. You're tuning in either with some meditation beforehand or prayer, and you are able to then connect. And what you're in essence doing is moving aside the analytical mind and you're connecting with the higher self, which again is um, the wiser and all-knowing version of yourself. So, and then of course, whenever you see a symbol, the first thing that comes to mind is the message, and trust that. This is runs along the line of QHHT when practitioners are told that when their clients are in hypnosis, the first thing that comes to mind is the true response from the higher self. So, very similar to that. All right, let's get started with our reading. We're going to first connect. Um, and while I'm doing this, I really need you to focus in on your question. What message, what type of answers would you like? And think about an open-ended question, whether it's about relationships or it could be about finances or career, relationship with others or relationship with yourself. All right, tune in to what your question is. Write it down if you need to. We seek sacred guidance. We open our hearts and mind to a higher influence. We imagine before us a direct, radiant link from our conscious mind to our higher self, our spirit, and all the divine forces of the universe. May this sacred connection now speak to us through these cards, and may the messages we receive be clear, truthful, and aligned with our highest good. All right, let's get started. Hold on. Just tune in here. I'm going to pin my hand. There we go. Really tune in. And when I say tune in, I mean just really think about what it is that you'd like support with, extra guidance with. Our imaginations are incredibly powerful, and our our energetic body is able to transform itself as we imagine these questions or ourselves place ourselves within our imagination in these situations of which we would like some guidance with. All right. All right. Think we're ready. Ooh, whoa. All right. Um, I don't think it's a mystery that this is a very positive reading. I'm going to turn there. All right. When I'm looking at this, um, it is about what you're giving and what you're receiving. what you're giving and what you're receiving. There is also um, guidance pertaining to relationships, and this is pertaining to uh, relationships with others. And because of the way that this looks right here, it's about relationships and it's about valuing the way that you come into a relationship. And notice that both circles in here are the same, but they're connected. And thinking about the support you get from another. And a lot of times, what I'm sensing is the guidance we're getting here is about relationships. It's about how to function within a relationship, and where this might be a friendship, a family member, or a lover, or even a husband or wife. So it's about relationships and how it can function in a way in which it is allowing us to live our most aligned existence. So I'm sensing guidance that has to do with reciprocal type movements where one person isn't necessarily the only person giving and the other person is the only person receiving. What I'm seeing is um, both are benefiting and both are um, partaking in a dance of sorts in which they're both benefiting and they're both getting something of value. I'm also getting very specific guidance here on both maintaining a sense of individuality. Um, and the extent of individuality is quite vast. So I'm being shown that for a relationship in your life at this moment to function in a way that you feel alive and um, fortunate, fortunate, similar to the gift here, is that you maintain a large portion of your individuality. So that is what's coming through with this one card right here. I'm trying to tune into the whole set as a whole, which is sort of when the reading kind of comes together. Um, the diamond is about the value that one places on themselves when they're in a relationship. And there's a gentle push, and I would say push. There's a gentle push um to both people within a relationship to maintain that level of specialness. I don't know. Um I'm getting like a sense of excitement, like maintain or figure out ways to create excitement, and that it needs to be the same for both. Like one person can't be like driving and driving, and the other person's just kind of relaxing with their feet up. Like I'm seeing sort of like a an approach to relationship in which both sides are involved, and to maintain this level of specialness. Like the gift here is, it's about giving and it's about receiving. There's giving and receiving. And so though this is a really wonderful spread for anyone struggling with relationships because it's talking about how in relationships, a lot of times if we're miserable and we're upset about, oh, the other person's not doing this and this and this and this for me, but we're forgetting about the fact that we also have to provide the gifts, that we also have to be the support, that we also have to maintain the magic. So we're not just the recipient, we're also need to cycle around and provide and create experiences and create the magic. Um, so when I'm looking at the spread, what it's telling me is that it's a very strong message towards um, creating an aligned relationship with someone that matters very much to you. And it's also holding a mirror up to you. Like it's and saying, are you doing the things that you are asking for? Like, you're complaining that this person isn't doing this and this and this, but are you doing that too? Are you getting the gift? Are you planning? Are you um and just sort of are you creating space? Are you holding space? Are you listening? That's sort of the message here. And very much about maintaining that freshness in the relationship and maintaining that very high level of respect for one another as humans. And it's beyond gender and it's beyond roles. It's just being a human being to one another and allowing that person to freely express themselves and freely be who they are in your presence. So, and interesting that I just said that because there's a present right here. And maybe that's the further guidance there is about being present and just holding space. Notice how these two don't overlap too much. They just overlap a little bit. So it is really about holding space for one another and not necessarily, taking over the other person's life. It's not oh, on top of one another. It's not one you're squashing the other. It's just he's gently sort of overlapping but maintaining a very very high level of individuality. So if this person wants to do X, Y, and Z, but this person wants to do A, B, C, that should be okay. Um, there's such a high level of respect that you're invited to experience in your relationship. Uh, um, it's kind of a new, I'm getting this message of like the new relationships, the new way of being with others, the new way of living a life of love with your love. That's the sort of the bigger message here. And it's a very high and lofty goal for relationships. So, all right, that was pretty intense there. Um, so that's it for today. I hope my reading was helpful. Again, if my reading found you today, this reading was meant for you. Um, if this message resonated with you, consider leaving me a testimonial. I do have a link in the description section. I also do one-on-one readings online. You can email me, or there's, again, information in the description section of how to contact me. And I would love to set up a time and give you a reading on any question you may have. I have readings that go from anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour, and I love to do these readings. They are very fun. Spirit never disappoints. So um, that's it for today. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. I'm going to go and nuzzle up with a book and makes myself some tea. And thank you so much. All right, bye-bye.